So, last video dedicated to equipment for very long races or mountain races such as the Spine or Tour de Géants, or very long, over 200 miles or 250K, something like that. So the last video is about management and checkpoint. So what is it that you do when you get to a checkpoint? I think more than having a specific system, the most important element is to have one system, a system that you are able to learn and repeat mechanically. The reason for that is, checkpoint 1, you're going to be perfectly lucid. You still have a lot of energy on your body. Your brain is working perfectly. When you get to checkpoint 5, I can guarantee that you're going to be sleep deprived. You're going to be calorie deprived. You're not going to be able to think and process as you are in checkpoint 1. So if you have a system that you're used to and that you adopted, that you can repeat without having to think, then you are giving yourself better chances of finishing the race in a better shape, in a better condition. So in my case, I prioritize preparing the checkpoint in the last 3, 4, 5 kilometers before getting to a checkpoint. What I do is thinking about what am I going to do, what I need to do, and I repeat that to myself all the time. Mechanically, I know, as I said, the first thing I do when I get to a checkpoint on the Spine is hydration. I make sure that I have my mix and I start drinking, and then I take care of everything else. Second priority is changing batteries and making sure that all the systems are recharging. Third is going to be refueling my flasks and making sure that my food for the next segment is in my backpack and I'm not going to forget about it. And then after I've done all the maintenance I needed to do, including any kit that I need to change or any fixes that I need medically or any medical attention, then I'm actually going to eat, which is the one before the last thing I do. And then finally, if I have decided to actually take a nap or take a sleep, that is the last thing I do. And the reason for that is when you sleep for half an hour or 1 hour or a couple of hours, you're going to wake up very drowsy, and you most likely are, I don't even know where I am when I wake up in a race like that, let alone having the energy to actually think what I need to do and make sure that I don't forget things. So I like to prepare everything before I actually go to sleep while there's still some adrenaline on my body. And then when I wake up, I just have tea or coffee, eat something again, hydrate again, think about the route in the next segment, and then I set off. That's how I manage my checkpoints. I don't have a specific written down list. I adapt it a little bit as I go. If I'm really suffering for something that's really hurting, then I might go to medics first before doing anything else. If it's not that urgent, then I deprioritize that. Again, the most important thing is to have a system. Race management wise, pretty much like everyone else is going to say, you're probably going to start faster than most likely you should do. That happens to everyone, myself included. I've blown up in races because I've started too fast. Just this year I was at UTMB. I still made it to podium on my category, but I ended up in third in my category. With the two people that came before me passed me on the last section. The reason for that is I didn't manage my race properly. I started a little bit too fast, and then I blew up just 15 kilometers before the race. It was great because you and Keith passed me on the downhill to Chamonix, and we went to the podium together, which is really nice. But to be honest, it would have been better if I would have managed that a little bit better. So if you are managing a race like that, if you're preparing, strategizing for it, make sure that you start slowly, take your time, make sure that you don't cut corners. If you're thinking that even the question arises on are you going too fast, most likely you are, so just slow down, breathe in. Obviously I'm talking to the packers, not the people that are going to race it, or the top 10 or top 20 or even top 30. I'm talking about all the other people that are there to finish the race and do a very comfortable race as best as they can. They need to really plan this. Again, if you have any other thoughts on both on checkpoint management and race strategy and race management, feel free to share them with me. I would love to learn a little bit more about it. And meanwhile, I'll stop this series of videos here. Maybe I'll come back with other tips on training and preparation rather than equipment. But who knows? Maybe I'll be back with equipment as well. Right. For now, take good care, and I'll see you around.